On Eds Up, I land in Texas.
I'm in the middle of a whole bunch of giant oil rigs.
Learn my limits in sandblasting.
When would a real man take a break to go have some water?
Do some heavy labor deep below the waterline. And get to climb out with the high workers.
Oh my God, just look at where I am. I am redefining accident waiting to happen.
I'm Ed Robertson, Bare Naked Lady, pilot, and sucker for punishment. Back for another season of flying around trying some of the toughest jobs out there. This time I'll be taking off and landing on water. Nice. I don't know where I'll be going, who I'll be meeting, or what I'll be doing, but I can guarantee it won't be easy. My coordinates bring me to another water landing, this time near Galveston, Texas, and I'm coming down around some giant oil rigs. Shouldn't these things be further from shore?
Another plane-to-boat pickup. Look at where I am. I'm in the middle of a whole bunch of giant oil rigs. I think I know who I'm meeting. I'll bet you it's the giant guy in black.
I wonder what the big Texan oil worker in the black shirt is going to think of the Canadian rock star in the sort of pink shirt.
So you're Ed?
I'm Ed.
Ed, glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Gulf Copper Rig Repair and Dry Dock.
Well, the Canadian part, I had no problem with. The rock star, I kind of thought it was a joke at first. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's a rock star. Why would he want to come do this? That was my first thoughts.
Tim is the production manager of Gulf Copper Dry Dock. He started off as a laborer and now, years later, oversees operations for the entire yard, which can hold up to 8 massive oil rigs and over 500 workers.
Is this all one operation here?
This is all one operation, well beyond that rig and past that big semi over there.
Holy smokes.
So we got plenty for you to see if you got what it takes.
All right.
Can we go?
Yes.
Well, first meeting him, he comes off, he's a real nice guy. And I've met people like that, look at me, I'm nice, like me, and maybe you won't give me any bad assignments. And so I approached him as I did any other employee. So Ed has some charm, and we didn't look at it. This is Nick Lujan, he's the blaster superintendent.
Hey, how are you? How are you?
And this is Terry.
Hi,
he
Terry.
runs the blast area here on the ground. Good luck with it.
Okay.
Try to come back and see how your work is progressing and see if we can get you on that rig.
Okay, thank you.
First order of business is to put on what's called a Tyvek suit. Turns out sandblasting is dangerous. Who knew? This suit protects you from blowback that could tear your skin off, so I need to tape up the cuffs and ankles to stop any of this lethal grit from getting in.
Oh, I think it's gonna do all right. It's gonna be fun over here. You ain't gonna see nothing but dust flying everywhere.
Guts or dust?
Dust.
Next is the blast shield helmet. 2 layers of protective headgear attached to an air supply that forces a positive pressure in the helmet to keep the grit out. It not only protects my pretty face from being completely sanded off, but supplies cool and refreshing air. Am I nervous? Hell yeah.
See, it feels like I'm in an inhospitable environment, but the truth is I'm about to become the inhospitable environment.
One giant leap for mankind, huh?
I'm like doing a lunar walk here.
My formal sandblasting training lasts all of about 15 seconds, in which time I find out the grit comes out of this thing fast enough to cut through human bone like butter.
Whoa! This helmet actually felt cool for about 16 seconds.
Doing great. Yeah. I think we're gonna keep him here with us.
Okay, so this hasn't been blasted, and this has. It's quite a bit of pressure coming out the end of this, and it's heavy, but it's very easy to see where you have and haven't been, which is kind of a bonus.
I've been at this for over 30 minutes. It feels like I've been bench pressing my own body weight for over an hour. Not feeling really safe right about now.
I feel like I'm right at that edge where it's about to get away from me. And I'm gonna get hurt.
How you feeling?
This is hard work you guys do, Terry. And I'm dying
And
here.
when you get done, you get to paint it.
Why do they have to be so clean though? They're just gonna get them dirty again.
Yeah, but
They're going on an oil rig.
it's got to be clean before you put the paint. Once you put the paint, you can get them as dirty as you want to.
When would a real man take a break to go have some water?
Whenever you need to. You got to stay hydrated out here.
Right.
Yeah, there's no tough guys when it comes to keeping yourself hydrated. But I mean, it's up to you, but I'd go ahead and take a little break, get a little.
I'm gonna take
little
some
something in
water.
you.
Once we put Ed in the blasting area, and we brought him out from underneath the hood, and I seen the redness and the sweating, I was a little concerned about where he was going next. However, he's here to work.
Right now, I'm the lead character in a Bruce Springsteen song. Usually I'm writing songs about guys working this hard. I think I like that job better. I think I like writing the song about the guy working really hard. Oh my God, the scale of everything here is ludicrous. There's like 6 or 7 rigs in dry dock now for repair. Some of them for multi-year refits here, where all the parts are taken off, brought out here, sandblasted, repainted, refitted, and then taken to some other part of the world. These aren't necessarily just Gulf oil rigs. Some of these are going to Malaysia, all over the place. Today, this is my job. Landed in Texas, got to work in the blast yard,
This is hard work you guys do, Terry.
then headed out to the big rigs. Today, this is my job. But first, it was time for a little lunch with the locals. Okay, that looks good. Spanish would be a real asset at this point. I'm gonna try my hand at those tacos. How do you say pork in Spanish?
Puerco.
Puerco. So 4 puerco tacos.
4 tacos de carne de puerco. 4 tacos de carne de puerco.
Okay. 4 tacos carne de puerco. See, this dry dock employs hundreds of people from around the world. Romanian, Chilean, Albanian. The majority of the workforce is Hispanic. Okay, thank you. This hot? Wow! That's really hot. They're all working in this harsh and dangerous environment for a chance to make a better life for themselves in America, and for much better pay than they'd find in their own country. It seems that for some, this dirty hard work is a big part of their American dream. They're paying for it in sweat.
The bill for you, sweetie?
Oui, sí.
How many tacos, baby?
A 4 tacos de carne puerco.
Okay, $7. 8, 9, 10, baby.
Thank you, darling.
The bill for you?
That's it.
Okay.
So with my 4 taco de puerco whatever, I fuel up, because I get the feeling this afternoon I'm gonna need all my energy. Well, that's the lunch horn, so it's time for me to get back at it.
Well, Ed, we heard that you did an adequate job in the sandblasting area, so we're now ready to let you go up on a rig.
All right.
See if you got what it takes. Rodrigo is the project superintendent.
Hey, Rodrigo, nice to meet you.
He expects work out of his people. He's fair, but he wants the job done. All right. I'll leave you with him.
Okay. As Rodrigo and I walk a half a mile to the rig I'm working on next, things get louder and louder. There are grinders, generators, compressors. This is heavy industry. It's tough to imagine working in this noise day after day. So I just learned my first thing about rigs here. We got a couple different types. This is a jack-up rig here. And you can see they can only go in water that's as deep as the legs on the rig, because they float it out. They put the legs down to the ocean floor and jack the rig up to where it's over the water. But over here, we got a semi-submersible. So this one floats out. This is for much deeper water than a jack-up rig. So this rig floats out, and then they can drill down, and it has an anchoring system that keeps it above the drilling floor. That's my first rig tip. Okay, I'm on top of an oil rig now. It's high, it's massive, and I have no idea what they're gonna get me to do. So I'm not ready.
Hey, Ed, want you to meet two guys, Donald Bree and Doug.
Donald.
They're,
Hey, Doug.
One of the tests we're going to be doing today, we're going inside column D. Doug here replacing some valves and some ballast piping. Once we go down in the column, he'll show you what we're doing.
You look very dirty, Doug.
It's a little dirty. Do you want to keep your shirt? You might want to.
All right, I'm gonna pop this one off.
Okay, follow me. We'll get started.
All right.
I know column D is one of those massive towers, but I have no idea what I'll be doing in it. There's one thing I do know for sure.
We're really high off the water right now. I have no problem with heights in my plane, but
Well, height isn't going to be the issue on this task, because as it turns out, I'm going down.
it's a long way down.
It's not only a long way down, but it's dark, narrow, it's also really hot, really noisy, smells like sweat, solder, and somebody's hockey bag.
Oh my God, I'm climbing down into an oil rig column.
I had some lunch with the local workers,
4 tacos, carne de puerco.
got a lesson in rig reality,
We're really high off the water right now.
and as high as they were, I was working down below.
Oh my God, I'm climbing down into an oil rig column. All right, I just climbed about 150 feet straight down this ladder. I'm now in the column that supports this oil rig, one of 5 columns that supports this oil rig. We are currently below the water line. So if shit happens, I just gotta outswim Doug.
The first thing Doug gets me to do is remove an ancient check valve that's rusted into place. This can't be too hard.
So what is the function of this room?
The main function of this room is the ballast control. They have the pumps in here set up, and when they bring on like material, as in piping, oil, fuel oil, and all that, they have to deballast the tank to keep the rig floating at the same level.
Okay. Now there's one right on the bottom. This is gonna suck a pile of ass. And this is currently the valves are being refitted?
Yeah, we're putting replacing all the old valves, putting all new ones in, putting in all new pumps.
3 bolts. I'm so exhausted and sweating I can't even see through my safety glasses anymore. If it wasn't hot enough down here, someone's welding now over there. It's making it great.
Put the strap up in the D-ring that's up on the ceiling.
So this area is tagged green, which means it's okay to do all kinds of work here. Welding, any kind of work basically. There's yellow tags. This area was probably yellow tagged at one point. Today it's green. Yellow tag means it's okay to work, but not any hot work like welding. Red tag, stay out. Stay the out, actually. We had a huge safety briefing before we could come in here today. They were telling us that if you get 200 parts per million of hydrogen sulfide, that's dangerous. And they've seen hydrogen sulfide levels at 97% of the atmosphere inside a tank. So you have to listen to the marine chemist. If he red tags it, don't go in. Well, we got to come along attached to this check valve. It's under some degree of tension now and doesn't want to pop out of there. So we have to release some of the pressure between the 2 pipes so that the check valve will pop out. You think because you can go to the Home Depot, you can do plumbing? Not like this. There we go, it's coming. There we go, it's out. See, that's a check valve we just popped out from between the 2 pipes. The water can flow through this way, but if it tries to go back up, the valve closes. Handy. Handy to have when you're trying to ballast your rig. All right, Doug, you know what? I think I got a real good sense for what goes on down here. I'm thinking about getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We've got all these other 12-inch valves down here.
Oh, I know, but I think you got it all under control. I think what I'm saying is I cannot hack it down here. I think you might be better off without me. Thanks, Doug. People are welding, the noises. It's nuts down here. I'm getting out. See that tank down there? 150 feet down there? That's where I was just working. It sucked. I guess you could classify what I've been doing today as heavy industry. That is the most oppressive working condition I've ever been in. It's compared to what I normally do, play rock songs and people clap. This has a little bit less adulation.
What happened?
That is, that's really hard.
That is one of the most unskilled jobs we have in the yard, and I heard it kicks you. Well, I tell you what, it's funny, me and him were just talking while we were watching you over there. And so this is Al. He's
Hey,
with
Al.
Bay LTD.
Nice to meet you.
And they do our scaffolding within this yard. So he's got a little job for you.
Okay.
Bad news, elevator's broken.
All right, I can handle that. If it gets me out of there, I'll gladly take the stairs.
You got it.
So when Tim mentioned I'd be working on the scaffolding, I actually looked over to this rig and saw this scaffolding, and I figured I'd be working on that. Unfortunately, I just saw what I'll be doing. I see the men dangling off over there. That's the scaffolding I'll be working on. The dangling over the edge and get it built. This is I can't do that. I'm currently quite frightened. I'm gonna be working on some, installing some new scaffolding. See, anytime you have to go through red caution tape, it's a bad idea. That means I shouldn't be there. Seriously, who thinks this is a good idea?
Did some valve replacement below the water line.
You think because you can go to the Home Depot, you can do plumbing? Not like this.
Got chastised by the boss.
That is one of the most unskilled jobs we have in the yard, and I heard it kicks you.
Then headed off to the most frightening job yet.
I can't do that. So that's where I need to go.
Yes, sir.
Over there. Yeah, I'm working on it. They're waving me down. All right, now I gotta get over there. Oh, this is up. You know, I was thinking there was gonna be water underneath me. It's a huge steel barge. Now I need to get down there somehow, so I should clip on over here, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm 150 feet up over a solid steel barge, safety strapped to partially built scaffolding.
Okay.
This is 27
How the
levels
do I
of
get down
wrong.
there? Oh my God. Holy shit. I have no idea how I'm gonna get back up from here. I'm so scared right now. Okay, pass me some shit and let me do some work. Holy smokes. I am redefining accident waiting to happen. Oh my God, just look at where I am. Holy shit, all this stuff feels wobbly too. Okay, they're passing me a heavy piece now, so I need to use both my hands, so I'm not holding on anymore.
Some people say there's a gene in the human
got
body
it?
that allows people to do this kind of work fearlessly. Clearly, I lack this gene.
Got it? I hope this is very entertaining for all of you because I'm 150 feet up on partially built scaffolding over a barge. I'd feel somewhat safer over water for some reason, even though from this height, water would behave a lot like concrete. Okay, got another one. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. This shift is over. So everybody's coming up, which is freaking me out because they gotta get past me. I'm scared as hell.
Same way as you got down.
I don't remember how I got down. Holy I am praying that there's new coordinates for me when I get off this rig, because I'll go anywhere other than here. Get me off of here.
overall, I think Ed got a fairly good idea of what it takes to earn your dollar in this type of business. I will give him credit that he gets in there and he does this work to the best of his ability.
I would love to stick around. Actually, it's not true. I would not love to stick around. This was some hard
Well, I was
work.
going to ask you how you like this kind of work.
No, it is hard, no bones about it work.
Oh, well.
That is redefining work.
Well, there you go. Oil rigs are not easy.
Yeah.
This kind of work is not. It takes a special person, and we felt you had it in you. Sorry to see you go.
Hey, I worked hard. Thank you for having me here. I'll give you your hat back. I got new coordinates, so I got to get somewhere else.
There you go. If you ever need a job, come see me.
Thank you, man. And for me, it's time to head back to the plane. Okay, that was punishing work. I was absolutely drenched to the core with sweat all over. I can't imagine how these guys do this day after day after day.
Now that I know what this TV show's like and using a rock star and so on, I'm impressed with the idea that and what he does. And the reason I like the idea, it does show people what normal people do to earn the food on their table and clothes on their families' backs. And when people can see the other lifestyle and what it takes to earn that money, you get an overall idea of other people's way of living. It's very interesting to me. It was very impressive to watch him work our jobs.
I'm just happy my plane's still here, anchored out with all these oil rigs. Thanks for the lift, man. Hey. Sandblasting, grinding, pipe fitting, scaffold work, all of it in 96-degree heat with this ambient noise level of like 85 decibels. Just a small taste of the kind of work that goes on here daily at this oil rig in dry dock. These guys will all be back tomorrow. They'll be back the day after that and the day after that. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll take it over this. All right, so coming down the stairs, I saw this thing on the railing, and I thought, oh, look, it's a hibachi or barbecue or something, just assuming it'd be like some sort of grease receptacle or something. But it's actually a barbecue for making hot dogs on the rig.